Hello, everybody. Hi, family. How's everybody doing? Y'all ready to get into it today? Hello, guys. Hello, CK. Hello, Donnie. Hello, Dee Dee. Hello, Forever Lena. Hello, Virtuous number one. What's everybody up to? Hi from Fort Worth. I made it in. Wanna do it? Oh my God, I love you too. Woohoo! What's up, fam? What's going on? I love you. I love you too, Cleveland. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, Oklahoma. Y'all, come on, give me some roll call. Where y'all at? I love you more. I love you more. Love you, love you, love you. Won't he will? Hey, Carrie. Hello, everybody. Hi, awesome Periscope family. Look, all of y'all from all over the world. Man, I love Periscope because of this. What I don't know what, y'all listen, I'm 43 years old. I don't know what abbreviations mean. What does WYD mean? Connecticut, I love you too. So listen, I'm Kimberly Jones Pothier, known all over the world as Real Talk Kim. And hey, Dana, man, I get my glasses everywhere. These are Celine's. I don't even remember where I got them, but I got like 20 pair of glasses. I get them all over the place. Right, Jocelyn? So I'm 43 years old, and I don't know what all those little WYD means, but I heard you on Willie Moore. Thank you. Oh, what are you doing? Hey, I got y'all now. I'm good. So depressed. I need a word. Listen, you know the one thing today whenever I was driving. Hello, Brazilian people are so beautiful. City, Atlanta, Georgia. Awesome. They are super cute. Thank you. What you doing? I got it. WYD. I know now. So next time y'all do WYD, I am going to know exactly what it means. So I'm Kimberly Jones Pothier. Most of y'all know me as Real Talk Kim all over social media. You can find me all over social media under Real Talk Kim. I got YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, which is where you're at right now. We have everything. So you can stay in touch with me. Also, I have a YouTube channel. I put all my preaching up there, and we put these scopes up there. You can also go to my website, realtalkkim.com, realtalkkim.com, and be a part of my world. I also have a free app, which is Real Talk Kim, and it has all of my instructions. Everywhere I'm going to be preaching. It has my store. It has my blogs. We have a prayer room over there where you can pray for each other. And that is my free app, Real Talk Kim. So y'all go download it. It's absolutely free. Hello, California. I love California. So we're going to get into it today, y'all. Today we're going to talk about 15 questions you need to ask when dating. I heard you on my brother Chad Brown Miracle Monday. Oh, cool. Thank you so much. I sweat your app. I didn't get that. I love your app. Maybe that's what you're trying to say. I love how you say it like it. Y'all, I can't even help it, right? What does 15 mean? My first time seeing you in Hartford, Connecticut at a conference, and you blessed me. Praise God. Hello, Gaskin. Can you do a scope on fasting? I sure can. I can do a scope on fasting. However, Little Songbird, there are so many people fasting right now. 15 questions you need to know 15 questions you need to ask when dating. But what I was going to tell you about fasting is there's so many people right now fasting for the 21-day fast. We are not doing the 21-day fast. I fast all throughout the year. But my travel schedule calls me to a different, I can't do it. It's like too hard for me going all over the world. And so, I do different fasts throughout the year, but there's so many people doing, the fast all over the world that if you go and you Google, the 21-day fast, which is what everybody's on right now, it's the Daniel fast. The Google will give you all kinds of information that you want to know about fasting because there's so many people writing about it right now. So I would encourage you to Google it. And find out. I Google everything. I really do. Like if I ever have a question about anything. Yes, I'm coming to Born Overcomers. I can't wait. I'm coming to Connecticut, y'all, this month. I'll be in Connecticut, I believe on the 23rd. It is a free event. It's in a huge arena, so it'll hold a whole bunch of people. Me and Darlene Bishop will be speaking at that conference, and it is in Connecticut, but you have to register. So all the information is on my website or my app. Also, I'm going to be in Maryland. Maryland at the Born Overcomers Conference. Y'all can also go find all that information out on my website or my app as well. I also have a free book, whoop, 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 and y'all can go get it and it will definitely bless you. So I'm just glad y'all are all here, man. What? I'm so thankful that God lets me do life with y'all. I really am thankful that God lets me do life with each one of you. I don't take it lightly, and I am just honored to do life with each one of you. Bridgeport, Connecticut, Webster Arena, January 23rd. So if I am anywhere near y'all, don't just get on my Periscope and support me. Y'all got to come to my conferences and come support me and come hug on me and come love on me and all that kind of stuff. All right. Let's hug. And y'all know my motto is, I believe hugs heal and melt the pain away. So, today, before we get into this, I was just thinking today as I was driving, and I was thinking about, how in life, what you say out of your mouth is what you come. Hey, let's do this real quick. Y'all, let's share. Come on, share. So swipe up. If you are Android, push share with your followers. Swipe to the right. If you are an iPhone user, and share with your followers. The reason we do this is because it allows us to reach more people out in the world, trying to make Jesus more famous. So just swipe up and share with your followers. Swipe to the right and share with your followers if you're iPhone. If you're Android, swipe up and share with your followers. Also, to all of you new Periscope people on here, the hearts, you can just tap on my nose, you can tap on my cheek, just tap your screen, and it gives us hearts. And the cool thing about hearts is it's like you saying amen or preach, Pastor Kim, preach, girl. So it's kind of like that's what you do whenever you give hearts. So that's what those are for, trying to get all of you newbies on Periscope in the know about Periscope. Periscope is absolutely my favorite app now because it allows me to feel so connected to y'all, and I get to do life with y'all, and it just makes me feel like we're having like a date here. Anyway, so back to what I was saying today. Today when I was driving, I was thinking about how in life, I know, see, I just taught you something. In life, a lot of times what we say to people or what we say about ourselves is what people, how they respect us. So if you walk around all the time, and this is just a little extra thing before we get into what we're going to talk about, is when you walk around and you constantly are a victim in your own story, and you're constantly like, oh, my life sucks. I'll never do anything with my life. I've made so many mistakes. And you're telling everybody this, even on your Facebook statuses and stuff. When you are a victim in your own story, people treat you like you're a victim in your own story. See, a lot of times we have a misconception and we think that we just want somebody to show us some attention. We just want to feel loved, valuable. We want to feel accepted. We want to feel like we matter. And so a lot of times when we feel overlooked and we feel dismissed, or we feel like nobody knows who we are, we tend to get into our flesh and we begin to, oh, poor is me. And we put it up on our statuses. We let everybody know, or we do the little, just enough to make people come on and say, what's wrong? We say, oh, today my life, stinks, or today my life sucks, or I just wish today would go away. You don't give any details, but you put enough out there so people begin to ask you, what's wrong? What's wrong? And it's almost like you're falling into a trap, right? You're falling into a trap that causes storms because you are wishing to God that people were not treating you this way, because people are always walking around going, oh, you okay? Or they're not really respecting you, or they don't really call you to go do fun things with them because you're so putting out that victim in my own story syndrome that's how they portray you. And nobody wants to hang around with the victim in their own story. Nobody wants to hang around with somebody that's always sad and depressed. People really do want you to make it. People really do. Attention seekers. I'm telling you, it is almost like that is exactly, it's called the law of draw. All right. It's almost like you need to start questioning yourself. I'm telling y'all, when I wake up in the morning, y'all, right after I thank God for allowing me to wake up, man, because somebody else didn't, I will lay there and I will lay hands on myself and I'll say, God, today, don't let nothing come out of my mouth that is not going to better my life. Don't allow me to curse my life. Don't allow me to say something negative. Don't allow me, because listen, guys, the reason a lot of you are in the situation you are in is because you are prophesying your life. You are prophesying the doom and gloom. You are prophesying. You're saying, ain't nobody going to ever love me. Nope, they sure ain't, because you are prophesying, ain't nobody going to ever love me. I truly believe that we attract what we think we deserve. And so whenever all you're doing is telling yourself every day, you're a piece of crap, you are a failure, you ruined your life, you're no good, nobody's ever going to love you, you, you have a big old mouth, you have a big old behind, you got a big old 5-finger forehead, you got a nasty personality, no, blah, 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 then that's exactly what you are. You got to learn to humble your mouth, humble yourself before the Lord, and realize that if you don't take care of you, boo, ain't nobody gonna do it. It is called the law of draw. Buddy, I'm telling you something, before I even post a status, I'm questioning, Lord, let me just see, is this gonna better somebody else's life? Or, hey, is it gonna even curse my life? Like, I don't want my life to be cursed by my own mouth. And then we walk around wanting God to bless us, and we're praying to God. We're praying for God to move a mountain. Lord, move a mountain in my life, God. Oh, God, some of you fasting right now. Lord, move it. I need you to move it, God. And as soon as you get done, you pick up the phone and you call your mom and you say, I don't know how in the world it's ever going to work out. Well, it's not. All the fasting, all the prayer, everything that you're doing is gone just like that because of your mouth. Because in the Bible, you ain't reading the Bible. You don't know anything the Bible says. You don't know that the Bible, listen, God ain't gonna never put more on you that you can bear. But here's the key. People tell me all the time, that ain't in the word of God. But here's the key. It's God, everything that you need to get through whatever you're going through is on the inside of you, or God wouldn't have trusted you with that struggle. Last night, laying in my bed, man, I was just praying and just weeping for the Lord. I was like so grateful. Just had this huge, I can't slow down. What, sister? You know me? You've been in my room very much. You know I'm on 10 all the time. What? I can't slow down when I'm talking about Jesus now. I laid in that bed and I was like, Lord, I just thank you, man. It's like all of a sudden I started thanking him, because without all of those struggles that I went through, without all of those tests that I went through, without all of the storms that I created, all the failure, all the heartbreak, all the mistakes, everything in my life, I wouldn't be who I am today. I started literally saying, God, thank you, man. Lord, thank you for every struggle. Thank you for every test that you trusted me with. Thank you for the anointing that is on my life now, because I passed that test. I passed it. And now today I am more anointed than I've ever been in my life, because you trusted me with the test and with the struggle and with an adversity in my life. I never ever thought I could make it through. Laying in a fetal position, broken in a million pieces, begging God to take pain away from me, and hearing him say, I can't take it away from you, Kimberly. You got to give it to me. You got to get up and walk away from it. As long as you are laying here crying a river, depressed, oppressed, feeling like you are a victim in your own story, I can't do nothing with you. But the minute you finally say, hey, devil, you gonna wish to God you would have never messed with me, because I'm about to come out better and not bitter. Overwhelmed I was, laying in my bed, just thanking God. Thank you for all of those tests you trusted. Thank you for trusting me with that divorce. Thank you, God, for trusting me even to go through the divorce. Like, thank you, God. Hey, Asa and Cole. Hey, guys, I love y'all. My little boys right there, Asa and them. I love y'all. I mean, I literally was laying there saying, God, thank you. Thank you for trusting me to go through a divorce. You know, not that it was God put that or wanted that divorce to happen in my life, but he knew that I was going to jump ahead of him. He knew that I was going to make decisions. You know what I'm talking about? He knew that I was going to make the wrong choices, and he knew that I was going to do all of these things in my life, and he's trusted me with it. Like, he didn't take his hand off of me. He didn't take his anointing off of me. He didn't take them. But I'm going to tell you what it did. Let me tell you what the storms of life do to you. The storms of life make you get to a place where you are so humble before the Lord. I'm telling you something about breaking everything off of you. Something about walking through hell, you come out on fire. Hello, first timers. I love y'all. And to all the people watching the replay, I love y'all. Thank you for joining me. Something about walking through hell makes you either come out on fire or you are crushed in a million pieces, and you're broken, you're bitter, you're angry, you're blaming God for all the storms you created. I'm going to tell you something. The greatest thing that happens, I love you more. Hi, guys. Hello. The greatest thing about going through it, though, is you hit the rock bottom. When you hit the rock bottom, you find out who the rock is at the bottom. And guess who's not down there? Your ex, your mama, your daddy, your bishop, your apostle, your pastor, whoever, your kids. Ain't nobody at the rock at the bottom but God. You find out God is the rock at the bottom. And you know what else you found out about him? He ain't like people. Wanna do it? He ain't like people, boo. He ain't like people. God ain't like people. He ain't like people. You hear me? I mean, he's like up in heaven saying, I knew you were going to make this mistake. I knew you were going to be broken in a million pieces. I knew you were going to be here. But guess what? I still love you. I love you and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I love you so much. He ain't like people. God don't remind you of your mistakes. He don't even remember. I always say, God's got amnesia. Whenever you ask, God, forgive me. I know I made this mistake. Can you help me with my consequences? I know they're coming. I just felt like I needed to bend over and just take it. You see what I'm talking about? He ain't like people. It's so funny right now. Y'all know I'm all on Preachers of Atlanta. And I did this television show, and Christians are the worst at judging, right? Like they will judge the heck out of you. And Christians are like, oh, we love Jesus. Oh, he's so awesome. And yet just awful people, like ain't got no more God in them than the man in the moon. And so I happened to go over to the Oxygen page last night because they are advertising. I don't even care. Like, I understand that people got opinions and all that kind of stuff. And if you got opinions, that's cool. But the cool thing about it is when I was over there reading the blogs and you got some Christians on there being flat out mean as snakes, right? Mean, like hateful. And then you go on their page and they're like, Eleanor, holiness is my number one Jehovah. That's her status name, right? So that right there tells you they're religitard. And so I'm going on there and I'm reading all these things and people are saying all these ugly things about all of us 5 pastors on there. And I just started, I laughed. I was like, God, thank you that I don't get mad. Like it didn't even hurt my heart. It didn't hurt my spirit. You know what I'm talking about? Like I wasn't broken. I wasn't like, ouch, don't talk about me. I wasn't any of those things. Like I was just thinking, they just don't know me yet. But the minute they get to know me, they gonna like me. I was sitting there thinking, they must be talking about the other pastors because they don't know me, because if they knew me, they gonna like me because I am very consistent. And I just started thinking, Lord, thank you. Like, thank you that I have been at a place in my life where religion got broken off me, where I can love people no matter where they're at. I don't judge people. I don't get offended at people that judge me. And you know what I heard the Lord say? He said, this is why I trusted you with this show. I trusted you with this show because if God begins to open a door for you and you are so afraid of what people are going to say about you, you ain't ready for success. If you aren't ready for people to talk about you, you ain't ready for what God's about to do in your life. Because honey, let me tell you something. When I signed my papers for Preachers of Atlanta, my lawyer that ain't even saved, he said, one thing I'm going to tell you, Pastor Kim, is don't go look at the blogs. He said, Christians are the meanest people on the planet. They will judge you and they will talk ugly about you and they're very vocal about it. And I was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yesterday when I went and read those things, I passed the test. Now, why am I telling all you this? Because here's why. You have got to get to a place in your life where you allow your storms that you're in right now. You've got to allow them to begin to make you better and not bitter. You got to allow them to make you at a place where you don't care what nobody says about you. You don't care what anybody says about you. And you know the cool thing about it, I don't even judge those so-called Christians. I'm like, in fact, I started to go on there because all my followers are so faithful. They will fight for me, man, right? They over there fighting for me. And I wanted just to write, don't even waste your time on this angry, mad woman. Like she's probably 900 pounds and hates life and jealous she ain't on the show. I don't even know what it is. But you got to get to that place where you just don't even care. Like you can't care. You got to allow your storms to make you better. You got to allow yourself to be having a self-talk of yourself. You got to talk to yourself every day, because if you don't talk to yourself, you're going to be torn in a million pieces, because life can be hard. Y'all ready to get into it? That's already Periscope right there, wasn't it? Hey, haters. I'm really blessed because out about 1 million people that follow me, I really don't have a lot of haters. I really don't. Like, I only think I got probably 150 people blocked on here. That's not a lot for almost 50,000 followers. And I don't play. The only reason I ever block anybody if they come on here asking to see my boobs and stuff like that, and I block you. But if it's just haters, I let them stay in here, because I believe the anointing on my life is so strong that if I let them stay up in this room, that they're going to get so set free in this room that the demon's going to be begging to get back in them. You hear me? Like, I really don't. Like, I'm really blessed. I'm really blessed. I'm really, truly blessed. Yes, I am. So 15 questions you need to ask when dating. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? The 15 questions you need to ask when dating. I love you, Kim. You make me laugh. I know, right? Hey, baby. I laugh at myself. Like, I really am. I always say if ministry fell through for me, I am absolutely going to be a comedian. Y'all taking notes? 15 questions you need to ask when dating. Number one, y'all ready? Number one. Do I want to become like this person? Tell your daughter I love her. I love you, Candace. I love you, Tocane. Do I want to become like this person? Ask yourself that. That's number one. Marriage is like rolling Play-Doh. The more two different colors are meshed together, the harder it becomes to distinguish one from another. In marriage, you begin to rub off on each other, taking on traits and characteristics of the other. Does this thought excite you? Or does it make you feel like you just digested some Play-Doh? I ask myself, and I ask all my people, all my singles that I counsel and mentor, I tell them, you fall in love with someone's charisma, but you got to live with their character. You got to ask yourself, would I want to have a son or a daughter just like this man or this woman? You got to ask yourself that. Marriage, you still are your own person in marriage. And you need to have your own identity beyond your spouse. But if you don't want to become like the person you are dating, you shouldn't be dating them. You shouldn't be dating them. Little things. Y'all got to pay attention to the red flags you keep telling God to show you. You're like, God, show me a red flag if he's for me. Lord, show me a red flag. Can I? Oh, Lord, please, please, please. And then he's like showing you all these red flags and y'all are ignoring them. You're ignoring them because you're like, he smells so good. She smells so good. Number two. Am I attracted to this person? And do I realize that attraction runs much deeper than looks? One of the biggest lies of our culture is that attraction is solely about appearance. If you can just get your hair, abs, and complexion, it's what we tell ourselves. Oh, if I can just get my hair, my abs, and my complexion, my clothes, my eyebrows on fleek, my eyelashes like feathers, get my blush on, my body on snatch, then the one will scamper to me like a squirrel to a nut factory. Woo! However, as a lie from the pit of hell, attraction runs much deeper than looks. Sure, appearance might catch someone's eye, but it's personality, values, faith, heart, past, present, and future that's going to make them stay. Because once you get married, all of a sudden, see, I always tell people, slow your roll. You already seeing yourself married, walking down the aisle with that white dress on. You already seeing the I do. You're already imagine what he's going to look like when the door flies open and you're standing there looking amazing and beautiful. I'm telling you something, in 50 years, them looks going to be gone, baby. I'm not even 50. Yeah, heck, when you start to hit in your late 30s, most of the time that 6-pack's going to a 1-pack. What you going to do then, boo? What you going to do? What you gonna do, boo? When them abs that were 6-pack that you love to grab onto, now they a 1-pack. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen when that hair you used to rub on, he's now bald? What you gonna do, boo? What's gonna happen, sir, when that big old boobs that was sitting up on her chest, oh, nice and now it's down her boobs are down to her knees and she got back boobs. What you gonna do, sir? What you gonna do? Y'all better listen. Way more than just sex. Way more than just outward appearances. Way more. Way more. Finding your spouse attractive is much more profound than thinking they are smoking hot. Your petals might be beautiful, but if you don't have any nectar, then them bees are just going to fly away. That's tweetable right there. What? Your petals might be beautiful, but if you don't have any nectar, then them bees are just going to fly away. Number three. Have I let physical intimacy blind me? This is for all y'all that having sex and you ain't married yet. Y'all know what Pastor Kim says about that, right? But I know some of you doing it. I sure do. Have I let physical intimacy blind me of what's really going on underneath? Is your physical intimacy greatly outpacing everything else? Sex can be a liar. It can prop up an intimacy that has no foundation to sustain it. Letting physical intimacy run wild and free typically means the emotional, spiritual, and personality attraction is lagging behind, boo. And unsuccessfully trying to catch up, because now you've opened the doors, and now that wham bam thank you ma'am has come in and taken over all of the other things that a relationship is built from. This is why you don't need to be laying down with people that you're dating. You got to get to know them before you give them the poo nanny. You can't be doing that, y'all. You can't. It's a cloudy vision. Yes, it's a cloudy vision. And I heard somebody say the other day, there ain't no way I would ever marry a man and not have sex with him. I mean, what if he ain't all that once we go get married? I'm like, dude, what? Like, if he's the right one for you, then God already knows what your desires is for underneath those pants. Like, he's going to make you compatible. God's not a mean God. God's not up in heaven saying, oh, I'm going to give you everything and I'm going to miss out on the intimacy part. That ain't how our God rolls. But y'all, I got to test drive him first. What if it ain't good? I mean, aren't you going to be, what? Like, for starters, there's way more important things than sex. 5 minutes of sex, 20 minutes of sex feeling good, when you got about 24 hours of a day you got to spend with somebody. You ain't laying down in the wiggle ministry all day long. You spend more time with this person and their characteristics and their traits than you do laying in a bed with them. You don't even, what? Like, you need to be getting the foundation built, right? Don't feel, oh yeah, y'all don't feel condemned. If y'all having sex, y'all doing the wiggle ministry with somebody that ain't your spouse, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Y'all know Pastor Kim ain't like that. Real talk, Kim ain't like that. I don't want to make you feel bad. I'm just saying you need to begin to pay attention to it and realize that there's a lot more. The Bible says no sex before marriage, and this is why it clouds your vision. And baby, guess what? You can start today. You tell a dude you're abstinent, watch the wrong man flee. And that's right. I hear women tell me all the time, every time I tell a man that I'm waiting till I'm married, they leave. I'm like, God, he was probably a thought. Like, he's probably just going around sleeping with as many women as he can. You don't want a man like that. If a man leaves you because he sees that your morals are so pure and holy, waiting for the right one, if he's ready for marriage and ready for commitment and he's yours, baby, he gonna be on you like Donkey Kong. He gonna be respecting you. He's gonna be honoring you. He's gonna be loving you. I'm telling you something. If he leaves you because you ain't opening up to him, bye boo, bye Philly. Most men I know, when they looking for a wife, they were looking for a wife. If you give it to them on the first day, they're going to be bye, Felicia. Because a man don't want to know that his wife, the one he's going to marry and have babies with and give his last name to, has been a thought. He don't want that. He wants a woman that's got morals, especially the one you do, especially the man you want, right? Sex while dating can create many awful shades of gray when what your relationship needs is some honest black and white. It makes things gray. You need some black and white. Number 4, do our core values and beliefs repel or compel each other? Do our core values and beliefs repel or compel each other? One of the greatest causes for conflict in marriage are contradicting core values. I describe core values as beliefs that are fundamental to how you are wired, guiding your actions, thoughts, and plans and purpose on this earth. We all have values that direct us and help us make decisions. Problem is, most of us have never articulated what those values are. And if you don't know your values, how can you expect your partner to have a clue? Boo. Not all values are the same, and sometimes you can have two very good people with very good values, but those values can feel at war with each other. If your core values can't dance together, then you'll keep tripping, falling, and wondering why you can't move together in rhythm. For example, you could have a high value for responsibility, and the person you are dating could have a high value for risk. Both values are good, but if not articulated and discussed, it could be a point of high conflict. If the responsible person likes consistency and persistence, while the risk taker likes changing things up and going for the impossible. Want to do it? Where's my B3, man? This is some good preaching up in here. Let me tell you something. My husband and I both are very free spirits, all right? Me and him are the type, we don't plan a vacation 6 months out. We don't plan a vacation 1 month out. You welcome, sis. We don't plan, we like 2 weeks before vacation. We like, you want to go to Bahamas? It might even be 2 days before. Like, we're very spontaneous. And like, somebody planning a trip a year ahead of me, I'm like, boy, bye. Like, I can't even think of planning a vacation that is 12 months away. Now, my sister-in-law, she's a planner. She's already planned out all of their trips for next year. My brother is a planner. So they have their core values are the same. They're not fighting each other. Now, if my brother was like me and I married a Melissa, then we would fight. Melissa would be, my sister-in-law, that's a planner, would be so cray-cray, causing so many fights with me and him. You see what I'm talking about? I'm telling you, I'm too regimented. And good for you for breaking up with him, Nikki. Because what happens is you try to force somebody else to be like you. And I'm telling you, I'm the type of person that if somebody puts, like my assistant knows, anybody that's in my world that works in our ministry knows, listen, love language, yes, love languages. Y'all all need to read 5 love languages before you get married. But everybody in my ministry knows you can't put put pressure on me. Like, don't force me in a corner. Like, don't do that. Like, just don't do that, because I'm not that way. I'm great at throwing it out. And I got a lot of people around me that are planners. Hello, coach. I got a lot of people around me that are planners. My assistant is very organized. In fact, most of my people in my life are very organized. And for some reason, they are able to put up with me and they just grab it and run with it. And so if I would have married my sister-in-law, somebody like my sister-in-law, then I would have driven them crazy. We would have been in so many fights. We'd have never had peace. They'd have been wanting me to plan a trip a year ahead. I don't even want to talk about a year ahead. All right. So my point in this is you have to know each other's values, what each other's values are. If your core values can't dance together, then you'll keep tripping, falling, and wondering why you can't move together in rhythm. You cannot have rhythm when you marry somebody that is totally going to hate who you are because of your spirit. All right. What'll happen is it will make you start literally changing or trying to change who you are. Put a square peg in a round circle, which does not fit, and you will live a very, 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 very miserable life. All right. It's like it's stealing your joy. Like if somebody tried to push me down, I would lose it. I'd go into depression. Like, I'm telling you, I can't do it. But me and my husband are the same. All right. All right. Too many marriages start and end with vague and unidentified core values. Y'all don't even talk about core values because you're already sleeping together. You're too busy lusting over each other that you don't even know each other's core values. You never get to know them. Number 5, do I like who I am when I'm with him or her? Do I like how I feel when I'm with him or her? Do I like it? Or are you constantly trying to hide who you are because they want you to be someone you are not? Are you fitting and conforming to some abstract idea of what you think they want? Or are you blossoming and flourishing into who you really are? Do you feel fragmented whenever you are with your partner, or do you feel whole? Which leads into this next question. Now, in my last marriage, I didn't feel like this dude liked anything about me. I felt like my whole life I was trying to change who I was to try to get someone to love me. All right. And so now I'm married to a man that celebrates me and loves me. Can you put these on your Facebook? I will put them on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Real Talk Kim. So, I found that when I married my husband now, man, he loves me so right that he's made me become the person I am today. He gives me permission because he loves me so right and celebrates me. I know that if nobody else in this world loves me or likes me or thinks I'm crazy because I preach in tutus and have a mohawk, I mean, if all these other people talk about me, it didn't even matter to me because I know my husband got my back. I know my husband loves me for who I am. If I walked out in a St. John suit or a Cato suit, very prim and proper, my husband would send me back into my room and say, go put back on your clothes that look right on you. You don't even look like you're you right now. So he gives me permission to be cray cray, to be who I am. You see what I'm talking about? So that's why it's so important that you marry somebody or that you're with somebody that makes you want to be who you are and not become somebody that they want you to be. All right. Number 6. Does this person challenge me to be a better person? Do they challenge me to be authentic? Do they challenge me to be an authentic version of myself? If your partner is trying to force you to become like some figment of their unrealistic dating imagination, or are they challenging you to become a better, authentic you? Not trying to change you, but trying to bring the best to the top. Is this person you're dating like a magnet trying to bring the best of you to the surface? Or are they trying to bury you under a pile of dirt? See, I have found that in relationships, when you fall in love with someone that's broken, a lot of times the person fell in love with the quality on the inside of you that's amazing. And they fell in love with you. They fell in love with that quality on the inside of you. But once they fell in love with you, then they started out of their brokenness trying to break you and take away that one thing that they fell in love with you for, so that nobody else will ever love you in that way, or that you won't ever leave them. And so because they're broken, they try to break the thing that they fell in love with. I love you more. And so it's not necessarily they're just being ugly and mean, it's that they're broken. And so they know that because they fell in love with you, they fell in love with your personality, they fell in love with your spirit, they fell in love with your independent self. They fell in love with all of these things about you. And now because they got you and you're dating them, they don't love themselves. So they start trying to break down all of your good qualities so that you never leave them, so that you never realize that you're all that in a bag of chips. You end up broken just like them. So is the person you're dating with, thank you, sis. Thank you, Perry, did be at one. So is this person allowing you to, are they chiseling you to be so much better than you are? You know, my husband, I'm a very independent woman. My husband doesn't try to change that. My husband isn't a needy person. My husband has to share me with all over the world. My husband's got to share me with thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And he is not one bit insecure about it. He's not one bit wanting the light. You know, like even yesterday when I was on the Willie Moore show, talking about relationships, and he said the one thing that he loves about my husband now is that my husband is a protector, and that when all the TV cameras are around me, he watches my husband like a hawkeye, just watching me and protecting me. But he's not over there trying to get in the light and be like, hey, look at me. He's not doing all those things. He's celebrating me. He's protecting me. He's like, that's my girl right there. I'm making sure ain't nobody gonna hurt her, making sure ain't nobody gonna falsely put her on TV in a light that she wasn't. My husband's a protector, right? My ex-husband, he was always competing with me. He was always like, I would be on TV. He would call me on the commercial, on live TV. I'd be on a commercial and he'd call me and say, you effed that up, didn't you? He was always breaking me down because he was insecure in himself. So he wanted to break me down so that I did not ever realize my worth, right? So now I'm in a good marriage versus the way I was. And now I realize what it's like when you get in a marriage that makes you a better person. It's like just makes you just, I mean, if nobody else likes you, you know your spouse got your back. You know your spouse loves you, right? So number 7, how does their family communicate? Y'all need to pay attention to this. How does their family communicate? communicate? And am I comfortable if this person begins to communicate with me in the same way? Hello, Pastor David Crank. Love y'all. Am I comfortable if this person that I'm dating begins to communicate with me the same way? I wish to God I would have paid more attention to the red flags of this, because you people out there need to realize how he treats his mama is how he's gonna treat you. If he's disrespectful, he gonna be disrespectful to you. If he's ugly to his family, he gonna be ugly to you. Honey, you ain't gonna change something that's blood when blood is thicker than water. You better not ignore it, because the way he treats them is the way he's gonna treat you. The way he talks to them is the way he's gonna talk to you. The reason why you can see this is because I missed it. We all go through intense communication training for years. It's called childhood. Trying to catch up on some of you. Yes. And it's hard to unwire 18 years of being shown how to talk and listen to others in family situations. See, a lot of times you got to pay attention. I'm not saying all broken homes are bad. My kids came from a broken home and they're phenomenal children. But I did great as a mother, a single mother. It's a killer. You're right, Pastor Dave. It's a killer. And so you got to pay attention when someone was raised in a family where it was broken, or maybe a mom and a dad that said, I'm staying in this relationship because I want my children to have a mother and a father, but yet all you ever saw were them screaming and yelling and fighting at each other, hitting each other, beating on each other. And this is your only example of what love and relationships are supposed to be about, right? This is going to she will get people like, I'm serious, right? You got to pay attention. You got to understand. Well, Pastor Kim, my husband was, raised in a family where nobody loved on him, so now he doesn't love on me. Y'all got to pay attention to that, because if you are a woman that wants your husband to love and celebrate you, you got to realize that are you going to be okay getting in a marriage? I say let people heal before you get married to them, because you might be okay with them now never showing you love and affection. You may be okay now them maybe barking at you or going off on you because that's all they ever saw. But you better pay attention, because it ain't going to be so cute after you get married. It ain't going to be so cute. You hear what I'm saying? It ain't going to be so cute down the road whenever he's sitting there playing the Nintendo games up in his man cave and he's not loved on you one time. Because women, we love to be loved on. We love to be valued and appreciated. If that man never knew how to do it, you better realize, it ain't saying he's a bad person, but you better realize that you need to understand this is too much for one scope. I know, right? I'm telling you. So you gotta be able to say, am I going to be okay with this man? Because this is the way he was taught. This is the way he was raised. Didn't make him a bad person. He was just raised in a very ugly family that don't love on each other. And now all they do is y'all go to the family reunions, or you go over to your family's house on Sunday, and all they're doing is, Joe, go get the Coke. I said, get the glasses, Joe. I need you. And she's talking to her husband like this. Your husband's dad. I mean, your husband's dad. Or you hear the dad calling the mama, hey, lady, come on, lady, get over here, lady. Are you going to be okay when your husband talks to you that way? Like, this is all they know. You got to be okay. And then your son is like, wait a minute, mama, I'm coming. You see what I'm talking about? Y'all got to pay attention to these red flags and stop allowing love to blind you. And y'all aren't looking at what if? What if, am I going to be okay with this? All right? You can't. Listen, it's hard to unwire 18 years of being shown how to talk and listen to others in a family situation. We all go through intense communication training for years, and it's called our childhood. Usually whatever we're raised in, you hear me? That's why I had to pay more attention I'll never forget my son when I was in this very toxic relationship of almost 17 years, 1 month away of being 17 years. And my son, my oldest son now, he's probably about 7 years old. And my son, because I was staying in a marriage because I wanted it to work. I wanted my children to have their mom and dad there, but it was so toxic and so abusive. And we were driving one night, and my oldest son at 7 years old looked at me and said, Mama, are you staying with my daddy because of me and my brother? And I just sat there frozen. It was the worst seasons of my life, man, years of just hell. And I laid there, I just sat there in the chair frozen. And he said, because Mama, if you are, I don't want you to. I don't want you to do that. You don't deserve this. And so I'm thankful, because I probably would have still tried to hang in there. I don't know. But I'm thankful that I didn't allow my kids, because now my kids would have been very dysfunctional. My kids are both working in ministry with me now. My boys are, are gentle giants. Like, they are awesome. And so if I would have stayed in this abusive relationship, this toxic relationship, because I wanted my children to have a mom and a daddy, and because I was scared because I didn't have no money, and how was I going to make it, and I would have allowed myself to allow the present to keep me stuck in a place, I would still be there, and they would be repeating history. But instead, I broke the generational curse off of them of addiction. I broke the abuse addiction off them. I broke the toxic relationship off of them. All they knew was dysfunctional. Now, I'm telling you, my kids are gentle now because I got them out of a toxic situation, and their mama got better. Their mama got healed. Their mama learned to love herself. Their mama stopped feeling guilty for not being the best mom in that toxic relationship and became a great mom. That their memories now are good memories instead of thinking on only the bad memories, right? All right. So listen. Holidays especially are giving you a glimpse into how your partner has been taught and trained. Don't just sit back and eat the holiday ham. Sit up and take notes, because believe me, you'll want to feel prepared for the test that comes later. And the test will come like a train on a dark and stormy night. I promise you, you will be tested. You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. How does their family communicate? And am I comfortable if this person begins to communicate with me the same way? Y'all better start listening. You better start paying attention. You better start allowing yourself to not be pitter-pattering all the time and get some sense. Allow God to show you the red flags and you listen. Love can be the worst form of manipulation there is. Your partner can look and smell like a rose and yet continue to prick you with their sharpened barbs. If you or the person you are dating loves out of their insecurities, if you or the person you are dating loves out of their insecurities, their love will be needy and selfish. When someone loves from their strengths, they know who they are and are drawing from a deep, full well to give to you without demanding a drink in return. My God. What? Let me read that again. When someone loves from their strengths, they know who they are and are drawing from a deep, full well to give you without demanding a drink in return. That's my husband. I'm telling y'all, that's my husband. My husband has showed me what unconditional love looks like. That man, when we first got married, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I wasn't all that. I wasn't all that girl. I wasn't who I am today. Because I had been in a very toxic relationship. I'd been single for 7 years. You don't really know areas in your life that you need to work on until you get married, until you get in another relationship. And then all of a sudden these little flares come up and you start going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Pastor Mark loved me. My husband loved me. And to a gentle, he loved me into submission. He loved me the right way. So much so that God started enlarging my territory because he knew I had a covering that trusted me. Number 9, how does my partner handle money? Come on, y'all, let's say it. How does my partner handle money? Is your partner a saver or a spender? Do they budget? Are they willing to honestly talk about money at all? Or is a topic taboo? Honestly, going into marriage with my husband, I really struggled with talking about money. When the topic came up, I usually became a little defensive because I was the one making my own money for so long that I was thinking, oh my God, now we're going to have to you want to talk about my money? Like, I made this money before you came into my life. So it was very taboo. we had to get to a place where we learned to communicate and we learned to understand if I can't trust this dude with my money, then I shouldn't be married to him. I shouldn't be marrying this man, or he shouldn't be marrying me if we can't trust each other with our money, the money before we knew each other. You see what I'm talking about? So we had to learn a communication killed assumption for us. Conversations about money can be the great time bomb in a relationship. You have to uncover it now before it blows up in your face. If you look at marriages now, y'all listen, there are so many marriages that are breaking. The number one divorce reason in America is over finances, is over money. If you can't talk about money, see, here's another thing, talking about core values. If you marry somebody that is a spender and a big spender, and you are a saver, and you want to micromanage everything, and he's over here spending, and you're over here trying to be his mama, y'all gonna have some issues. Y'all's core values are different. It doesn't mean that thanks, Duncan. It doesn't mean that he's a bad person or you're a good person. It doesn't mean either one of your core values were wrong. They're just different. And so y'all got to realize and be able to talk about it. It's not saying that a spender and a saver can't work it out. You can, but you got to know that person's willing to work with you. Or are they going to constantly be angry because you're trying to micromanage them? You know, it's like a man that goes out there and works his behind off, and you're at home. Can a marriage be saved if one of the people grew up unloved? Oh, absolutely is hope virtuous. If you're married to this person already, God can do anything. You hear me? It ain't over. I'm just giving y'all idea. This is for really dating people, but really a marriage can be saved. I've seen God work miracles in marriages. You got to just begin to pray over it. But listen, I watch all the time. Number eight was, do they love from their insecurities or do they love from their strengths? That was number 8. So, let's see. Conversations about money can be the great time bomb. Y'all need to talk about money. All right. Number 10. What are both of your non-negotiables? What are both of your non-negotiables? When you think about your future together, can you list 3 things that you think would be excruciating to let go? For example, hello, Sasheen. For example, maybe you know without a doubt that you want to have kids or that you don't. Maybe leaving your home state and your family feels like an impossibility. You know what's going to happen when you get married and you want a baby and they don't? You didn't talk about it. What's going to happen whenever you get married and they are, hey, welcome, newbie. What's going to happen whenever you get married and then they get a job transfer and it's a non-negotiable? You ain't leaving your family. I sure should, minister. I'm going to get on that. Yes, Jasmine. Maybe you never want to work a standard 8-to-5 job in a cubicle. What's your non-negotiables? What are they? As you mature and grow into life, sometimes our non-negotiables morph and tweak. But I do think having you and your partner list out 3 things you don't want to ever budge on is a good conversation to have. Identify what you feel are non-negotiables. Now, so you can avoid any large gapping ravines ahead. Now, so often we don't talk about this stuff because we're afraid that if we talk about our non-negotiables, they're not going to want us. And we're ready. We don't want to talk about it. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it if we get married. Thanks for coming by today. You're welcome, sis. I love seeing you. I saw her today at Zaxby's while I got my husband some food. So you need to talk about them now, because you saying, I don't want to tell them that I don't want a child right now. They want a child so bad. Maybe after I get married, then I'll want children with them. No, don't maybe nothing. These are why marriages are breaking up, because you never discussed your non-negotiables. You never said, I don't want kids. Do you? He says yes. You're like, bye, Philip. What? My IG name is Real Talk Kim. Number 11, how important is faith to me and faith to them? How important is faith to me and faith to them? Does religious faith play a role in your present, and do you want faith to play a role in your future? What do you truly believe about how to live your life and what happens when you die? Weighty questions, I know, but important ones. I really believe that if there are large differences in your faith now, there will only become bigger and more cumbersome as your relationship progresses. You gotta get your head out of the sand and start asking real questions that are gonna matter after you say, I do. Especially when kids come into the equation. You ain't never talked about, he's over there Catholic and you are Pentecostal. He's gonna want to sprinkle the baby. I love you more. I'm so glad I met you too. He's gonna want to sprinkle the baby, huh? I know this is so serious, but we gotta talk about it. He gonna want to take that kid and let a priest sprinkle over him, and you gonna want to douse him. And he's like, my kid's gonna be raised Pentecostal. No, my kid's gonna be raised Catholic. See, you gotta think about these things. Like, it does matter. It may not matter today, but it's gonna matter when you have kids. And then you're gonna be like, oh, I don't love him anymore. I don't love her anymore. What? You should. I love meeting you too, Britt. I love you, sweet girl. It's gonna matter. And it's gonna matter, and it's gonna be too late because you're gonna already said I do. So y'all need to, it matters now. You better start talking about it. Number 12. Have you both tackled your monsters? Have you both tackled your monsters? We all have insecurities, fears, failures, painful memories, and just all around unattractive self stuff. We are hiding in the back of our flipping closets. However, just like look at a yearbook from that yearbook from our awkward years. We all have things we hope our partner will never lay eyes on. Just because you want to pretend your monsters don't exist, boo, doesn't mean they are just going to magically go away. Just because you're acting like they ain't there, don't mean they're going to go away. And marriage has the amazing abilities to take all that you hoped remained hidden and put it on a stage for a nationally televised interview that your in-laws will be watching. Ask me how I know. Shoot, on the TV show I'm doing, I tell everything. Like, I talk about everything. I talk about my monsters. But don't you know I had to talk about my monsters with my spouse? I talk about everything with everybody. Like, not just my husband. I tell everything. I'm like, yes, I was up on the bar dancing once. Yes, I've done drugs. Yes, I did. Yes, I've been married and divorced. Yes, it took me a little bit longer to get it. Yes. I did everything you said I did, but I ain't no longer that person, because once God came into my life, all old things were passed away, and boom, shaka-laka-laka, boom. Oh, congratulations, Asa. Put it under your pillow. And marriage has an amazing ability. I'm not even kidding. It will allow everything. I love you more. It will bring everything out, and then you're going to be like, oh, I thought I told you. You done told your spouse you ain't never had sex. And then all of a sudden you meet somebody or something on the internet gets told, he's like, I thought you never had sex. He finds out that somebody went and told all your dirty laundry. Your ex spilled all these beans. You tell people you ain't never been married before, and you've been married 5 times. They go Google you. Honey, listen, who cares what people think about you? If they can't get past your past and look at your present of who you are today, bye, Felicia. You hear what I'm talking about? Fearless truth. Why y'all think y'all love me? Fearless truth. Because I'm transparent and I give you permission to unveil your monsters as well. Because we understand that God ain't like people. He's already forgiven you. And I don't believe that you went through any of the hell you went through for you to keep it hidden in a closet. Start talking about it. Start telling. If that boyfriend walks away from you because of something in your past, maybe it's because you tell him, I've slept with more than 100 people. And he's like, oh, I can't be doing that then. You ain't no longer that person. But because of your past, he's going to hold it against you. Listen, somebody that really loves you never holds your scars against you. So if he walks out on you, bye. You don't want him anyway. Because he ain't a ride or die. He ain't no ride or die. You want somebody that if you get in a wreck and can't wipe your behind, they gonna wipe your behind. You want somebody that if you can't never have sex again because you're paralyzed, they don't walk out on you. You want somebody that loves your soul, your heart, everything. So if that means you can't tell him something without him walking away, bye. I don't want somebody, If he keeps bringing up my scars, bye. You see what I'm talking about? Y'all got to stop allowing yourself to put up with stuff that you ain't got to put up with, because a lifetime of marriage stinks when you with the wrong person. Newly married and living in, let's see. Tackle your monsters now. Don't let them crush your relationship later. Newly married and living in a small apartment is no place to store a luggage set full of your baggage. Begin to ditch those bags now before you say I do. Right attracts right, and the more right you are, the more right your relationship will be. Wanna do it? That's tweetable. Right attracts right, and the more right you are, the more right your relationship will be. You know how freeing it is to know you ain't gotta worry about people finding out stuff about you? Hurting in secret stinks. Hurting in secret stinks. I'm telling you something. It's so freeing when you finally say, that is my dirty laundry from my past. It is. Yo, I wrote a book so I could put everything in it, so I could tell everything, because I knew that God was enlarging my territory, so much so that people would be Googling me and finding out all my junk. So I didn't want to lie or not tell anything. I wanted to put it out there first, so that whenever God did do all that I would not be inhibited, worried about what people are going to find out. I could just be all that I was supposed to be for God, because I was free and transparent. Number 13. Do we enjoy doing the mundane together? Marriage is as everyday as it gets. Marriage is, y'all ready? Budgets, laundry, broken toilets, weddings, work, births, funerals, leaving the toilet seats up, using the toothpaste from the middle, leaving the socks on the ground, and everything in between. Can you envision enjoying life, everyday life, with the person you are dating? Can y'all get through it? Can you get through it when y'all have lost your job? You ain't got no money, and all you can do is sit at home and watch Netflix. You can't go on no dates. Hey, Portland, love you. You can't go on no dates. You got to sit at home and look at each other all day long. You don't know how you're going to pay your bills, so now you're starting to fight each other because that's what you do. Huh? Can you enjoy the mundane together? Me and my husband, every night of our life, spend together, literally in the same room, watching movies on date night. That's how come he's okay with me traveling on weekends preaching without him. Because 5 days a week, we are spending, bonding together. I can honestly say this dude is my best friend. I love him. Today, we're separated. I was downtown doing some stuff. He was at the church doing some stuff. He called me about 3 or 4 times. Man, I miss you. Baby, it's so funny. It's like I answer the phone. I'll be in the middle of a great prayer too, like, Father, thank you. I'll be in there. He calls. And I'm thinking he needs something, so I stop my prayer. You know when you're in one of those really good prayers and somebody stops you? And I'm like, ugh. And I answer the phone, and I'm thinking, I answer because there might be an emergency. And I said, hello. He goes, hello, beautiful. I miss you. He's only been gone 5 minutes from me. I miss you today. You see what I'm talking about? We truly love each other. Like, we truly are friends together. Like, we're truly, like, we ain't gonna need Viagra. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not what our marriage is driven off of. We truly just love each other. Our marriage is spiritual. Like, if something happened to one of us and we can never be intimate again, oh my God, we got each other. Like, I love him so much, I'm gonna wipe his behind when he's too old to do it. You see what I'm talking about? Like, it's so much more than just what people look at to get married with. You got to look at, do I love this dude? Do I love hanging with this woman during just the mundane? Do we love just enjoying the mundane together? Can you envision enjoying everyday life with this person you are dating? Can you? Can you envision for the rest of your life? Kim, thank you so much, even though I'm a male. But you always, yes. I talk to men too. I sure do. You just change it around from women to men. If you don't enjoy going to the grocery store with this person to buy eggs or changing the clothes at the laundromat, then you might not enjoy doing marriage. Because marriage is built on a million more mundane moments than magical. Number 14. What's their vision for the future? Kids, career, travel. How do you envision marriage after 10 years? Are you traveling the world with your spouse? Do you have 3 kids encased in a white picket glory? Are you both working corporate jobs? Are you doing missions work in a different country? Do you have 6 kids and are driving a bus across the nation to perform a family rhythmic gymnastics routine at a county fair? Your plans, goals, and ideas of the future change, but people who refuse to talk about it rarely do. Hey, thanks, Kendall. 15. Bonus points. Can you write a vision statement for you and your relationship together? Now, not many couples do this ever, whether dating or married. So this is definitely advanced relationship 101. You're dope. But with what you know now, after going through these questions, can you sit down together and write a vision statement for your relationship? What will be the goal of your relationship? Welcome, first timer. What will be the goal of your relationship beyond just your relationship? Who and what will you impact together? Boom. That's all 15. And those are deep, but those are reality. Like, I think that we get so caught up in the white dress. Yes, I'll put it on my YouTube, y'all. Right when I get off here, I'll put it on my YouTube. I've been reading your diary. You know, I really do believe, guys. Hey, I really do believe that God connects us with people that he's speaking through for you. He's using people that he connects to you. That's why some of y'all are like, you're a fly on my wall. Oh my God. Like, it's like you're a fly on my wall. And you've never had sex in your marriage, Ledbury? You're married and never had sex? Can you read out the points again? You know what? You can go back on here and watch the replay. There's 15 of them, so it's a lot. I don't know who you are, but you're amazing. Oh, I'm Kimberly. I love you. Nice to meet you. Pastor Dave from Kentucky coming to visit. Hello, Pastor Dave. This is so awesome. Thank you. Run or try. Laugh out loud. You know, and here's what you got to do. I really believe that God's connected y'all to me. I don't believe it's coincidence. Like, I don't believe that one day I just popped up in your newsfeed. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I believe that God divinely connects us to people. And that's why we have to be ready and we don't miss it. Like, we're not so busy that we can't, God can't direct us. And so I believe that there's no coincidence in God connecting us. And so, I believe that's why I'm answering your questions and I'm helping you in your journey, because right now where you're at in your journey, I'm helping you and I'm helping you get understanding and wisdom and get you prepared for your spouses and, you know, hello, Kimberly, Pastor Kimberly, I'm helping you get prepared for where God's taking you. And so I don't believe this was a coincidence at all. God divinely connected us and, I'm thankful for that. And so that's why y'all feel like I'm a fly on your wall or I'm reading your diary, because you're so important to God that he brought us into each other's lives for such a time as this. And so I even got an email from a very angry, hello, Turkey, from a very, very angry. I pastor a church in Fayetteville, Georgia called Church of the Harvest Fayette, 1653 Highway 85 South, Fayetteville, Georgia, 30215. And you can find out all you want to know about me on my website, realtalkkim.com. So, I got a very ugly email and I even snapshotted it and took it to my husband and I said, I think this is a threat. I think this is a threat, because this fiance was angry because his fiance broke up with him because of me. And I was like, yes, because obviously this fiance realized, oh, awesome, your daddy's a pastor. Welcome, Pastor PK. So this person was mad and he told me, he said, you and your family will get what's coming to them. Good day. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, Boy, bye. Like, I'm so covered by the blood. If you would have been a better fiance, she would not have walked out from you. Because anybody that knows me knows I'm all for relationships. I'm all for marriage. I believe in fighting like hell to save your marriage. But I don't believe in being with somebody that don't treat you right, don't respect you, don't honor you, and don't hit these 15 questions and answer them appropriately to who you are. And so I was like, boy, bye. Psh, don't you know I ain't scared of you? Yeah, he did. He said, he's coming after me. He said, my fiance broke up with me because of you. You're going to get what's coming to you. And I'm like, I ain't scared. Have you seen my husband? Like my little bald-headed husband, he would rip your eyeballs out of your socket if you ever tried to touch me. But my point in telling y'all that is God divinely connected me with his fiance to show her this dude. And obviously now we know why he's not good for her, right? Because he's a threat. He's a bully. And so, I'm glad she broke up with him. This is Pastor Graves. Hey, Pastor Graves. Hey. Go God. You know what? And I'm so thankful, Nikki. I'm so thankful. I wish to God there would have been a Real Talk Kim in my life before I ever messed up in my relationships. When I take my vacation time from formals where I'm coming to your, yes, come to my church. You would love it. Yes, I love you more. Man, I love y'all. So listen, were y'all encouraged tonight? I can finally say something. Hey, I know, you know what? Listen to me. Somebody told me today, they said that they get so frustrated because they can never get in here on the chat. And they just want to like talk. And I just said, listen to me. They only allow, I guess, 250 people in here to chat. And I know that if you keep going out and coming back in, eventually it'll let you in. So you got to go out and come back in, go out and come back in, and eventually it will let you in on the chat. But I want all of you to know that are out there watching and you ain't in here on the chat. Man, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Ask me, I love y'all. Hey, welcome back. I know, catch the replay. So y'all can go back and watch the replay for 24 hours. You can fast forward and rewind, but I will put this one up on my YouTube channel because I want y'all to get this. 15 questions you need to ask while you're dating. I'm serious. As a single woman, I was truly enlightened, right? Like, I just wish somebody would have talked to me and told me these things that made so much sense to me when I was dating. My YouTube name is Real Talk Kim. Real Talk Kim. I love you, Britt. I love you guys. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thank y'all for joining me. I just think it's so cool when, like, so many people are still up in this room with us after an hour. I mean, I've spent an hour. I want to shrink her and put her in my pocket. Y'all know, usually, like, I'm on here until my husband gets home. And he's not home yet. So that's how come I'm staying on longer with y'all. Oh, look who's here.
Right here, she's like got it going on.
Look at his beanie, y'all. At least he matches his Harley for Harley. At least he's matching. What if you need to move out of your parents' house because of fighting? I missed that. Yep, that's my YouTube. So I guess what now? I'm getting off. My Facebook, everybody. My Facebook is RL and put Real Talk Kim. My Instagram acting up. My Kimberly Jones Pothier at gmail.com. Yep, I'm about 15 or 20 minutes away from Hampton. We are about to change our service times, not this Sunday, but possibly the next. Our service times will be, the church I pastor will be at 10 o'clock and 11:30. Right now, until I tell y'all, it is 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock are our service times. I will be preaching this Sunday. My address is 1653 Highway 85 South, Fayetteville, Georgia 30215. That is my church address. It's Church of the Harvest Fayette. I got a book out. Y'all can go get my book. It's on my website, realtalkkim.com. And my email is KimberlyJonesPothier at gmail.com. gmail.com. I also have a free app you can go download for your from your smartphones. It's Real Talk Kim as well. That app is the coolest thing ever because it has a prayer room in there. It has my blogs in there. It has all my videos in there. It has everything. So my newsletters, so y'all, our declarations. So y'all go over there and I probably will have Sue right here, Church Life Rules. She's the one that does all that for me. I will have her put these 15 things, 15 questions you need to ask when dating up on our app too. She'll get that done for us. All right. I love y'all so much. I'm praying for you. Thank you for spending time with me. I love you, love you, love you. And listen, don't get weary in well doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. Thank you guys for doing life with me. All right. I love you so much. Remember, Ephesians 3:20 over your life. God's going to do exceedingly abundantly more than you could ever ask or think. Your best days are ahead. I love you tons. Bye.